A mono black mill deck in standard. Is it even possible? Well, I know it is possible because an opponent did it to me and I was like, oh, this is amazing. So I've recreated, it was a long game and I saw most of their deck. So I've recreated it as best I can. I've tested it out and now we're going to take it to the ladder and see if we can mill some fools in mono black. Let's go. Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena, I love mill. I hope you do too. You clicked on the video. You're here. You're here to see us mill somebody out in mono black. And if you stick around, I can promise you that will happen because I am recording this intro after I've recorded the games for once. So let's talk about this deck. How on earth do you mill people with mono black in standard? Well, here's the first key piece right here. Already hovered over it. Scavenger's Talent. Whenever one or your creatures you control die, create a food token. Don't have a lot of creatures in this deck. Not super relevant. Level 2, though, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. And of course, if we can make a lot of permanents and then sacrifice them, we can mill up for a bunch. But the other key piece is we only actually have to mill 6 cards because Doomsday Excruciator, you might be familiar with the blue-black version of this combo with Jace. If Doomsday Excruciator comes down, each player is going to exile all but the bottom 6 cards of their library, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. So we drop this, and then we hopefully sacrifice 3 things with Scavenger's Talent on level 2, and we win via mill. To get there, we have to survive. So let's take a look at the deck, and what are we sacrificing is the other big question. Well, 3 cut downs. We're just removal tribal here. Go for the throat. Nowhere to run. Shieldred's Edict. Shoot the Sheriff. Malicious Eclipse. Liliana the Veil. Withering Torment. A lot of ways to remove stuff. 3 deadly cover-ups. So we've got more board wipes here. If the Malicious Eclipse doesn't cover it, we've got the deadly cover-up. And then we need to make some tokens, and treasure tokens are some of the best tokens to make because they're going to generate mana and they can sacrifice for no mana. So we can do Collector's Vault, shape our hand, make treasures, start stacking them up, and then when we get our big turn, drop in the Excruciator, sacrifice 3 treasures. And then of course there's Treasure Map, which flips, takes a little while. And once you get 3 counters on it, once you've done 3 scries with it, it flips over, becomes a land, which you can't use right away. And makes, more importantly, makes 3 treasures. And those are the 3 treasures we need to either play this because it costs 6 black pips. I'm surprised they were able to fit the word Excruciator in there with all those black pips, but they did. Okay, so we got that. We've got that demon. Then Unholy Annex. This is the card that's real breakout from the World Championships. Everybody's talking about it. Duskmourn Room card for 3. You get a draw spell, a draw enchantment, where you lose 2 life, but you draw a card every turn. Unless you control a demon, then you're going to start gaining some life, and your opponent's going to lose the life, and that's great. And on the other side, there's a 5 mana, make a 6/6 black demon creature token with flying. So that's pretty good. Unfortunately, this deck does not have a ton of creatures, so opponents usually have removal. But if we can fight them into the long game and trick them into thinking we're never going to play a creature, then maybe we get away with having a demon down and draining them out that way. We've also got to make tokens. Fountainport, it's just a good little engine of its in and of itself. Demolition Field, what I didn't realize when I put this in, it sacrifices, and that actually triggers Scavenger's Talent. So this can be one of the 3 sacrifice triggers that we need to win after we've dropped the Doomsday Excruciator. So that's really cool. That is all I'm going to say right now because I want you to watch this deck in action. It's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit fun when it goes off, which you will see by the end of the video. So, enjoy.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Manadad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Fighting an uphill battle with Mono Black Mill. Let's keep it. Got one combo piece. It's the one we'd rather see in our opening hand. Yeah, opponent sets up into the bottom, okay. And the bottom, or the graveyard a land, which means they probably have plenty of lands in their 5-man hand. 5-card hand. Opponent. Bloodform Verge. Are they some kind of control deck? I think they're just the usual Reanimate Oculus deck. Body Jin. Jin Haughty. I think we're good on land drops for now. Let's draw more land. Actually, you know, we could have cut that down because it was only a 1/4. That was a little bit of a mistake. That was a punt.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
Find me some more removal. Malicious Eclipse. I guess that works. I would need 4 mana though. Just keep looking here. Go to main. Willing to take some damage. Moment of truth for opponent. Jin is at 5/4. We're about to take 2. For 5. Let's draw. Or let's scry and then draw. Should flip the map. One more land. Go draw. Go to main. Alright. Oh, we don't have enough deadly cover up though. Should we just make a 6/6 demon? We might have a bounce spell. We can know where to run and then cut down the Jin. Which works as long as they don't have another instant speed spell. Alright. Well, let's just make a demon. Pass the turn. They did head into the Flood Maw, of course. Alright. At 11. Flash this in. A little bit of damage, okay. So, deadly cover up. Can't have that Jin sticking around. Might as well level this up. Take two. Getting very close to losing. 3 commissions. Think back the Jin. Man, we're not hitting our removal. What the heck? What the hey? What the hey nani nani? So we just have to hope that none of their remaining 2 cards is a removal spell, which is a big hope. Should I unlock this? No, let's see. Pass the turn. Okay, okay, whew. No removal, no removal, no removal. I got it. Soul partition. Okay. No, and that's not instant speed removal, so we lose. Close, but no cigar. Hope against MTG, thank you. You're welcome. On behalf of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Alright, well, we got the demon hand here. The old demon hand. Name is black. I wonder if this should be in our deck. Demo Field. That's the turn. And the Restless Cottage. It's probably better up the Beanstalk. No. And they surveil. Well, we can also draw cards. Just gonna cost us 2 life. Fabled Passage cracks it. Goes and gets a swamp. They could be an Excruciator Demon deck too. Another Beanstalk. Duresses us. Guess what they take here will be instructive. Took the Meathook Massacre. Yeah. Joke's on you, opponent. We weren't going to use that. Well, how about losing 4 life a turn? So we have to discard a card. Cut down they didn't seem afraid of. So. Shieldred. Go for the throated, I guess. No big deal. Another Demo Field. Treasure map. Go to 10. Okay, we've got the combo pieces. Might need to make a demon just to not die here. Glissa. Glissa. Chances are they have removal. Do we just remove their Glissa? Get Bandit's talent down. Almost won. Because if they hit us with their cottage next turn, we might actually be toast. And that's what they're going to do. Oh no, they're going to hit Liliana.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Can we somehow get enough black mana? They're tapped out, so we get to drain up here. Grab me something good. Swamp's fine. We don't need Fountainport. Nor the third Demolition Field, I think. Okay. This could be it. Let's put a stop here. We can flip the map. Make a bunch of treasures. Opponent. Powers up the cottage. That's a food. Trying to attack into a 6/6 demon somehow for some reason? No. Okay, let's do colorless. Activate. Resolve. Swamp is fine. That flips. We draw the swamp. Go to main. Okay. Play the swamp. Let's make a colorless here. Scavenger's Talent. And then if I do this, they're holding up removal. These will sacrifice, they'll get milled before. I think we still win. We came here to mill. Mill. They remove that demon, but that doesn't matter because we'll have another demon. It's a turn. Gonna draw. Have to discard. What do we discard? Edict. Go for. I guess we don't need another one of these demons. We only need to discard one. Let's get rid of the demon. Okay. Opponent. Five cards in library. We have 4 cards in library. But we can double Demolition Field and sack the treasure. That should do it. That'd be a cover up. Okay. We're going to hope to figure out what's still in our deck. Oh no, they're drawing off Beanstalk. Opponent, you're making our 3 cards in library? You're making our life easier. And we got a food token. Like, I don't know, sacrifice the food. You mill too? Mill kill, mill kill. Sacrifice the treasure. Oh! Mono black mill, we did it, y'all. We did it. Attempting to win with the mono black mill. Yeah, keep it. Not the best hand I've seen. Opponent coming out of the gate with nothing. That's not a bad draw. Potentially can blank their turn too. If they play a creature. Eh? Bitter reunion. Okay. Some kind of Valgavoth reanimator, it looks like. Well, we know how to get around that. The edict. Gotta keep their board clean. Of the Veil Mark. Uh-huh. At what point can they reanimate it and give it haste is the question. That's the point when we need to hold up Shieldred's Edict. Fabled Passage. And Swamp. Sothy. Exithy. Oh, man. I think we're probably going to have to burn our edict on... What did I lose? I guess I don't need the Excruciator yet. It was very useful for Deadly Cover-Up. Just get the Valgavoths right out of their... their yard. Opponent sacrifices a Planeswalker. That's the turn. Treasure map. Probably going to discard that to the vault. Plays a mountain. Plays Valgavoth's Faithful. Okay, so that's their plan. Do they crack it right now? They do. Okay. There's Valgi. Well, luckily we have an answer in hand. They play a treasure map. How'd they play that treasure map? Do they just have like a ton of mana? I'm not surprised they didn't give it haste. What if I took away all your Valgavoths? Oh man, they have a Trumpeting Carnosaur in hand? Do they only have one Valgavoth? That was it? That was their only... They just pulled off the Reanimator with the one of? Okay. Pretty annoying. Carney coming down. plays. Also, Rakdos joins up. I wish I still had my board wipe. Definitely beat him with Mill. There are 36 cards in deck. That's the play. No, they've got that. Valgavot's Faithful. But we don't want them to have that, do we? What's our win con here? This attacks, they're going to have to mill 4 cards. So guess we hope they attack with the Bailmark. We hope they have no removal. And they attack with the Bailmark. We hope we don't draw ourselves out of cards with this Unholy Annex. Got a lot of good targets in here, I'm sure. Back the red Overlord. Just go face. Go 12. Where'd they give it haste? Okay. Maybe they win? Yeah, they win. Drat. Close one. They were down to 1 card on their deck. We happen to know it was a Trumpet and Carnosaur for some reason. GG's. Mono Black Mill. Keep it. 2 lands, but we got removal, card draw. We'll play white, nothing else. Pass the turn. Black-white. Could be a life gain deck. Knew we had a land on top. Bandit's Talent. Okay. Unless they discard a non-land card. Well, I don't think we need 2 of these at the moment. Hey. Okay. It's gonna be one of those decks.
Drop it.
Let's get Liliana cooking. Black-white discard. A. The only thing we really don't want to see is like duress. Other discard's fine. The bat we can remove. Hopeless Nightmare. Power this up. They are. Go for the throat. Go all in here. Aha! They couldn't stop the Liliana. Got him. Okay, here's your stats. If you two want a mill kill on the ladder at gold, expect a abysmal 2-7 win rate. Took me just under an hour to get the mill kill win. We did get another win, but otherwise just continuously lost. I thought we had plenty of removal in this deck, but opponents have a lot of threats. They have a lot of threats these days. So what would I change? You don't need this Meathook Massacre II. That could definitely go out. And the Malicious Eclipses weren't as useful as I thought. I think maybe you still keep them, but maybe more Shoot the Sheriffs. Just more 2-mana removal. 2-mana remove anything. Our own Liliana was, I think, one of the other ways we got the win. The Unholy Annexes are interesting. We could put in more demons so that these aren't hurting us as badly, because that would probably help. The Withering Torment, we might want more of those. Might want fewer Collector's Vault and treasure maps. The Scavenger's Talent might be fine if it's making food. So if you could put in more creatures like the what's that guy? The 2/4 Death Touch. Blanket on the name right now, but you could put in more of those and take out some other stuff, and then you'd have more creatures to trigger the food token thing. Definitely think there's something here that we could do, and I took out the end and put in a Withering Torment at one point. So this could maybe be pushed to be a little bit better, a little less janky, but it is mono black mill, so I think there's a certain amount of jank that's always going to be there. Anyways, thanks for joining me in the attic. I'm a Mana Dad, reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios. And check out another YouTube video over here.